You're watching KBOI 2 News.
Boise State's search for a new offensive coordinator is apparently over. Boise State plans to hire Hawaii offensive coordinator Zach Hill to the Broncos staff. Boise State has not announced the hire, but Hawaii acknowledged that he was leaving the staff on Wednesday, and their head coach even put out a statement on Twitter wishing him and his family well. Now, speaking of Twitter, Hill started following a number of Boise State accounts on Wednesday, including Coach Brian Harsin, and confirmed the hiring by updating his bio to say quarterbacks coach and co-offensive coordinator at Boise State. How about that? Breaking news on Twitter these days. Now, it's not yet known who will be the other co-offensive coordinator. If you have to have one, you have to have another one, but offensive line coach Scott Huff appears to be the leading candidate. Huff is also Boise State's run game coordinator, while wide receivers coach Junior Adams is the passing game coordinator. Now, Kent Riddle also thought to be a possible candidate for the co-OC role. That's probably unlikely because of his duties as a special teams coach. Now, the Hill hiring is an interesting one because he was just hired as the offensive coordinator at Hawaii last month after spending the past 7 years as the quarterbacks coach and passing game coordinator at FCS Power Eastern Washington. Hill is credited with developing former Eastern Washington quarterback Vernon Adams Jr., who was a starter last year at Oregon. Adams was a two-time Big Sky Offensive Player of the Year and twice finished second for the FCS equivalent of the Heisman Trophy, the Walter Payton Award, under Hill. Eastern Washington also led the FCS in passing yards last year and ranked in the top 10 consistently with Hill in charge of the passing game. He was labeled as one of college football's most innovative young minds in a recent story from Sports Illustrated announcing his hire at Hawaii. Boise State has been searching for a quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator since Eli Drinkwitz left to take the same position at NC State 2 weeks ago. The Broncos still have one full-time opening left on the coaching staff, likely for a defensive coach. Andy Avalos recently promoted to defensive coordinator after the departure of Marcel Yates to Arizona. Not yet known if he'll continue to coach linebackers at Boise State. It appears head coach Brian Harsin could be setting himself up to call the plays on offense, but again, the school has yet to comment on anything in regards to the Hill hiring. For more on the Boise State football team, check out BlueTurfSports.com. For the Idaho Press Tribune, I'm BJ Rains.